Tell Photoshop to fuck. Did I think I'd be making a video about body positivity twice? Hello. I'm going to make a video just now about Khloe Kardashian. I watched a couple of videos on it. I've seen a little bit of the news on it. And really, to me, this is a cautionary tale. So, if you don't know the story, where have you been? Basically, Khloe Kardashian, who is part of the Kardashians, who's apparently popular to some people and important to others. I don't know who they are, but they must be someone. What happened, essentially, is that a photo of Khloe Kardashian got leaked. What happened was that a picture of Khloe Kardashian got released that wasn't approved by her. Apparently, it wasn't the most flattering of pictures. I don't know. I think I've seen it once. Let me go and have a look at it. Which one's the photo? Right. That's the photo. What are we talking about? That's not a bad photo. It's like my best photo. I know that Khloe is a very astute businesswoman because she wouldn't be in the position that she is without being so. I think that this is a good thing that she can talk to. Very important thing for a lot of people that are in her demographic. Me, not being in her demographic, probably couldn't give a shit. But that doesn't mean that she shouldn't be talking about it. What I mean is that she should be talking about it as a cautionary tale. Photoshop is a disease. We've got it wrong, people. We've got it wrong. Stop photoshopping yourself. And this is what I mean by a cautionary tale. If you begin your Instagram, your Facebook, your public appearance, if you begin that with photoshopped images, you have not a leg to stand on if something gets leaked. It is my opinion, and this is just my opinion, and I know there are insecurities and there are mental things that go along with this, and there are emotional things that go on with this, and I don't detract from that at all. Everyone's experiences is their own, and it shouldn't be me to tell someone off for doing something. However, I am allowed to have an opinion because I have an arsehole, and you know the expression. I think personally that it's more important for celebrities, for people of influence to promote not photoshopping your images from the very get-go. Why? Because then if something does get released that you're not in favor of, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. You are then popular for being you. Now, if you've had work done and all that kind of thing, then that's fine. That's your prerogative. That's what you need to do, then that's fine. That makes you comfortable in your own body. No one can take that away from you or should make you feel ashamed of that. So let's have a look at what Khloe said in her Instagram, right? So I'm just going to read it. I'm not going to put it up because I think there's some bits and shits going on when it comes to that. The photo that was posted this week is beautiful, but as someone who has struggled with body image her whole life, when someone takes a photo of you that isn't flattering, in bad lighting, or doesn't capture your body the way it is after working so hard to get it to this point, and then shares it to the world, you should have every right to ask for it not to be shared. I totally agree with that. Absolutely, I agree with that. It's your right to, as the owner of the photo, to say what happens and what doesn't happen with that photo. It's probably getting lost in the translation here because I didn't pick that up until I actually read the full thing. So that's a really good point. The truth, the pressure, constant ridicule and judgment my entire life to be perfect and to meet others' standards of how I should look has been too much to bear. Khloe is the fat sister. Khloe is the ugly sister. Her dad must not be her real dad because she looks so different. The only way she could have lost that weight must be from surgery. So on and so forth. Okay, so that's a very, very good point. And something that probably some people haven't picked up on and some people have picked up on. The followers of Khloe Kardashian have probably picked up on it more than others. My point, I don't think, is detracted from hearing that. I think it actually adds to it. Khloe Kardashian is sitting on a platform right now where she can promote body positivity. Get rid of the fucking Photoshop. We are not living in the realms of Photoshop anymore. If you are wanting to get out there and put yourself forward as an influencer or someone on Instagram or something like that, tell Photoshop to fuck off, because there are different ways that you can influence people. You don't need to influence people just by your looks. You can supplement with your look. The most successful and powerful people in this world don't use Photoshop and are not considered empirically attractive. Khloe Kardashian is popular, but is she powerful? Everyone knows that she uses her looks And the Kardashians as a whole use their looks as a way to get a message across rather than their brains. I'm not saying that they're not smart, because you can't get to the point that they are without being smart. But everyone knows them for their looks. They don't hold power in a room in terms of intellectual power or in terms of intellectual reliability. Become an expert in something. Become the knowledge. If you want to become someone who is out there in the far reaches of the internet, being the trustworthy source, being the face of a brand, then become an expert in something. Become trustworthy in something, and then supplement it. If you know that you can get the point across better because of your looks, then fine, but don't Photoshop it. And look, this is rich coming from me. I know that, and I'm not saying that this is either going to go right or wrong for some people. There are going to be so many people that disagree with my points here. I totally understand that, and you know what? Each to their own. And this is merely an opinion. This is not the be-all and end-all. Who the fuck am I to tell you what to do? If you want to become famous, in this world, do it through this, not through anything that's below the neckline. And if you want to do anything below the neckline, then put up photos. Go for it. When have you ever seen a Photoshop dog? And yet they're the most popular things on Instagram is a dog. Doesn't matter if it's had a haircut, if it hasn't had a haircut, if it's had a wash, if it hasn't had a wash, if it's run a mile, if it's run 3 miles, if it's run 50 miles, it's a fucking dog. And it's the cutest thing in the world. I've got a dog somewhere upstairs. My dog is the cutest thing in the world. Do I Photoshop the hell out of it? No, of course not. That's horrible. And I reckon most people would say, no, of course not. I'm not going to do that. That's disgusting. So why do we change the message for when it comes to people? Just because we've put this weird and horrible messaging into our world of, no, we need to make everything look as attractive as possible. We've brainwashed ourselves. It's horrible. It's disgusting. Yes, there are empirically attractive people that represent brands. Of course there are. But I bet you what, if you ask them about anything to do with the political system or anything to do with the scientific realms or anything to do with maths or geography or anything like that, they probably wouldn't have a wealth of knowledge in that. They probably wouldn't be worth sitting down for dinner for. Maybe that's what we should be aiming for. Maybe that's our goal. Maybe that should be our goal, is to be the person that people want to have dinner with. Be that interesting creature that everyone wants to sit down and get to know. Have a personality before a body. I hope what I've said makes sense. If it doesn't, if you've got something to add, put it in the comments. Let's have a chat. I enjoy it. It's awesome. If you want to continue more about this chat, come and see me on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Mompelomp. The link's down below. All right. I got to get my chair fixed. It's squeaky as fuck.